Oh, there we go. Okay, so 2:17, and we can call the committee of the whole meeting to order. I'd like to start by acknowledging that we are privileged to meet on the unceded and ancestral territories of the Squamish and St'át'imc Nations. And with that, we have an agenda recommendation.
That the agenda of this meeting be approved.
Second.
Thank you, thank you. Any objections? Okay. Seeing and hearing none, and that is carried. We also have
Held on May the 10th, 2023 be adopted.
Second.
thank you, ladies. And any objections? Seeing and hearing none, then that's carried. Are there any trustee items? Okay, and no presentations. Information items. So we have our calendar. Danielle, do you want to take that?
Yes, I do. Okay, so we recently had a number of graduations. So we had the Pemberton secondary one and also the Indigenous graduation. We still have 2 more graduation ceremonies to go. They're school districts. So the next one is Howe Sound Secondary on June 16th. And then we have one for Whistler Secondary on June 17th. And so that's it for our graduation ceremony. So I think, Lisa, are you attending the Howe Sound Secondary one, right? Are you attending that one as well, April?
I can't.
Okay,
So should I? Is the question.
it's up to you.
That would be great. I'm sure they'd love to.
Okay.
Love to see
So I
you.
did- I
So
just didn't know if they only had one seat per ad trustee or if 2 of us can go.
they'll
We'll make room for you.
Okay, thank you. I will accompany you, Lisa.
Okay, so we'll get Archie to touch base with the principal there and let them know. And then I believe Cynthia, you're going to the Whistler Secondary graduation, right? Okay, great. So there, the next item there's going to be some naming ceremonies. So there's going to be between June 20th and the 22nd, naming ceremonies at Signal Hill and Pemberton. And then 3 in Whistler, 1 at Spring Creek Elementary, Whistler Secondary, and Myrtle Phillip Elementary in Whistler. Chris, did you want to speak a little bit about what that is?
Sure. So it was an invitation to senior staff as well, which is really lovely. This is from the nations who have determined they would like to honor some staff members in our district with being provided with indigenous names. So if anybody's available, so everybody's welcome, and you may be asked to witness as well. I've been formally asked to witness one of them, and a witnessing means that you share how, right, what it meant to you. Just speak from the heart. There's no notes. You just speak to what you observed, and just protocol is also to say, and I will share this with others. What you experience. So it's a lovely way to honor folks, and if people are available, please make the time if you have the time. It's not an on demand, but you've been invited, and it's lovely to be invited. And we have staff spread out as well to ensure there's at least one senior staff person at all the sites as well.
So did you send out the details on it? Yeah, there was quite a few schools named, but.
It's attached to the agenda.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
in the agenda, there's
All right, it's right.
the school. It doesn't say who the staff member is, so I'm not sure if that's like a surprise or. those
No,
dates,
I
or-
guess we just didn't attach that, so
Oh,
I
okay.
can't remember who's going to what. I know I'll be at Signal Hill.
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
hoping to then come down for Spring Creek as well.
Okay, and so I guess what I'll just ask is that everyone take a look at that, and if you plan on attending, just to let Archie or myself know, so we can just let the school know that you'll be coming.
Okay, thank you.
May I just add one thing before we go on to the next one? I just also want to acknowledge and say thank you to Lisa who had her first opportunity to address the dread class when she came to the Indigenous graduation ceremony for Squamish area students. And it was a lovely ceremony, and Lisa was fantastic. So just wanted to acknowledge that. Thank you, Lisa, for being here.
Hey, thank you. Thanks.
Okay, was there anything in addition?
Yeah, so that's it for that piece. And then in there, we also have a June 27th joint School District 48 and District of Squamish meeting, which will take place on June 27th at 9 a.m. at the District of Squamish Council Chambers. So if you are unable to attend that, please let me know. Just so I know it's going to be coming. You can just like send an email to Archie or myself. Unless anybody knows right now, won't be able to make it. Okay. And then in there it just says like there's a placeholder for an extra board meeting on June 28th. So we don't have anything planned for that day. I mean, we do have a meeting the day before with the District of Squamish. So so there's nothing planned for June 28th. So that's
With the exception of we're doing interviews.
Right. Dave,
I'm not sure which
you're required to be
staff will be
here.
there. Yeah. I will.
And that's it for trustee calendar items. Does anyone have any questions? Okay.
I don't see anything. So with that, then we have the Calcoum School Tour.
I guess
Do you
I
just
can
want
start.
us to, we just want to report out on it, on our experience there? Is that what the intent is?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I could start. Well,
Okay. Go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry, can we just preface it just for, in case there is anybody watching who isn't aware?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to thank the board, because it was a full day, early morning. It's a couple hours there, a couple hours back. Down a rocky road. So just again, want to acknowledge and thank those board members that were able to come along, because it is a big amount of time to be there, but important that the board is supporting along with Fraser Cascades. It's an amazing opportunity for kids down in Calcoum at the Shamankum territory, and just to give a little bit of a preface of what it's about and why you went into thank you for your time. Okay, go.
I think it's, for me, it's important to see all of the schools and that, you know, that are within our district. It was a beautiful day, even though, yes, the ride was long and very, very, very bumpy. School buses, I can attest to the fact, do not have the best springs that, you know, that another vehicle may have, but it was certainly well worth the visit. It was wonderful to see the building and to see the, you know, to meet the teacher and meet all the support staff, and all the children were really keen to have us there. They all wanted to engage in the school you ever could go into. I think for me, one of the highlights was this, and I'm sorry, Rebecca, can you remind me of the fellow's name? The hoop dancer was
Alex Wells.
It was unbelievable, like watching that fellow, like I still can close my eyes and see the whole event. It was just,
Didn't he performed at the Olympics?
Yes.
he's a world champion,
Yeah,
and here he was performing on an outdoor stage in front of us. I felt so honored to being able to have that opportunity to see somebody at that level. And then no sooner did we get inside the building than the helicopter arrived, bringing all of the medical staff, and the dust was flying. We thought, wow, this is just like a blessed day, because everything worked out so perfectly. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, April. Did anyone else want to offer up some thoughts?
Yeah, I would, Rebecca. I would just thank the staff for all of the work that went into executing that day. It's a lot to get a large number of people to a spot that's far away for many of us. And just to reiterate, having the opportunity to visit our small single room schools it's such a privilege, and it's a different environment to be teaching in for sure, with all grades being in one classroom, and just to see the work that Jillian is doing to accommodate all of the needs of the different grades within that classroom, and just to see how much our teachers really love their work, to see the passion that she has for the work that she's doing. And it's really hard, multi-age groupings can be more work in general, but every single grade in one room is meeting the needs of all of those students has certainly got to be more work. So thank you again to our staff for giving us the opportunity to exposure to the unique work that our teachers are doing. And I would welcome any opportunity. I welcome any opportunity to visit any of our schools. But certainly, coming from the very, very south, being able to go to the very, very north is always a privilege for sure.
Thank
I
you,
think if
Celeste.
I could add just one thing, having visited the school 3 years ago and then coming to visit again now, there just seemed to be some sort of a change in the sense of, I don't know if the right word is comfort or development or just a settling in of some sort, but it really felt like it was an established piece of the community. And it was really nice to see that has happened for that neighborhood. I think it's just lovely that we have the school there, and it seems like it's a part of their community the same way every school and every other community is a part of the community. And so I like seeing that piece of growth and settling. That was really nice.
And I'd like to thank staff for checking in with me and giving me updates and feedback, as I could not do the journey for the bumps and the spinal cord injury. So I appreciate the updates.
That's awesome. I don't think I'll have too much to add, but like Cynthia, we were there 3 years ago, and Cynthia, I totally agree with you. The comfort level with the school and the pride and the willingness to share and talk and that was the growth there has been tremendous. And then to see the parental involvement and community involvement in the school and such as well. So it was a fantastic day. And I think about the road and how those many of the kids in that community would until the school was put in 5 years ago would do the daily trip up on the bus, and now they do once a week, and they are assigned in classrooms at Signal Hill at the very beginning of September, so they're part of the class when they come up on Fridays. So I think that'll do wonders for them as well to have that piece for the social side of it. And yeah, I think that's it. Chris, Danielle, do you want to add anything?
Well, I had an awesome time. I really loved going on the walk with we got to go see some plants where you could use them for tea, and also had that amazing performance. I did want to just check to see if anybody had any feedback on, if there's anything we could do differently if we want to do this trip again. Just wanted to see if you have any suggestions. If there's anything, please let us know. That could go better for next time.
The only thing that I would have to say, and it's nothing to do with the school because it was fantastic, but we've been encountering this. I have, and I think others were as well, a situation in our schools, and our inability to log into the Wi-Fi.
Right.
So we all had that issue at Calcoum, and I know I've had it at Pemberton Secondary in the past as well. So if there's some way we can resolve that, it would be wonderful.
Right about that, yes.
I think that's an opportunity we can do at the first board meeting maybe next year in the community of the whole, maybe we can invite someone from tech to literally come here. And it will before the meeting, of course. And we really, the intent was no matter what school you were at, you'd be able to log in and log on. So we apologize for the inconvenience. Because it is annoying and it does impact what you're able to do. So that's really good feedback, Rebecca. We'll try and be more proactive.
Yeah, I'll start working on that. I think I know it has to be done to get that done. So I'll work with IT on that.
And I have the opportunity to go down a couple times, but I will say it's always lovely to go down with trustees and have that opportunity to chat, because depending on where we pick you up along the way, right, we have opportunities to chat about it and that. And again, I'm just to extend to Celeste, who had the longest distance to go. So after that amazing day, then having to drive home to Britannia is a long way to go at the end of the day. So thank you for that. And your child, and I'll say, are always welcome. And what a joy it was, because I won't name the students, didn't ask permission, but I do know that Celeste's daughter and a student at the school had met before. I'd sort of forgotten that they'd met, but very quickly, he brought both kids
Yes.
up on the stage and provided them with some training, and they were able to do some dancing together.
It's so cute.
It was lovely to see. So appreciate
Yes,
that.
thank you so much, Chris. And if I may, Rebecca, I thought that you did a wonderful job of planning and executing the day. Both Danielle and Chris, and likely Archie involved as well. So I would say I don't think there's really anything that you could have done differently. I think it was just perfect. So yeah, thank you again for the work that was put into it.
Thanks,
I think we
Celeste.
could have used more food.
Oh my God.
There was so much food there. It was ridiculous.
And there was no doggy bag brought for the spinal cord. Ah.
It was really good food.
Okay, I think that is a wrap. Of clarification from the public.
Let me check. While I'm scrolling to find my folder, I just wanted to let everybody know that Archie will be sending you an invite to another ceremony. It's an honoring ceremony for Shar Williams at Statmas School. So we'll send all that information to you. It's totally optional, but the same thing, just let us know if you're able to attend.
That just came out today.
That just came out today. So
Okay.
any questions from the public?
Okay, well then I declare that we've concluded the business of this agenda and we are now adjourned. So with that, we have our next meeting scheduled for 3, but do we want to just take a 10-minute break and jump into it?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay, so we'll come back at 2:45.